Alrighty, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully everybody's been doing well and staying safe. Once again, I do want to go ahead and start by saying thanks a lot. I know I've repeated myself, but hey, thanks a lot for watching my videos. Thanks a lot for posting good comments. It really does mean a lot to me. I do wish to see more people join my channel. As always, it gives me the motivation to make more videos. So once again, thanks guys quite a lot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Today, I wanted to show you guys, I'm actually really excited about this particular video. I was able to get another chessboard. This is going to be a really practical board. So one of the things recently is I've been getting a lot of comments from people that were saying, hey, like, are you intending to get more chessboards? We really do want to see certain kind of chessboards. Like, are you going to be able to purchase? I've had some people that tell me, there's Chess Bazaar and other websites are having good sales on chessboards. Now's the time to get things. And I have checked out a lot of those websites, and I was able to see that some of the boards might be a little bit more expensive, like outside of my budget, and some of the boards I just didn't necessarily like. And one of the big things is right now, it seems like the chessboards there's just not a lot of chessboards available. So when it comes to boards, and some people might agree with me out there, is boards are kind of very subjective and very specific. You have to have the eye for the board. When you're looking at some of these boards, especially when you're looking at some of these boards online, you're thinking, hey, like this board looks good on the pictures, but is this board gonna fit well with my pieces? Or if you don't have pieces yet and you're looking for a board and pieces, then the question arises, are they gonna match? Are they gonna look good together? So a lot of times all you have to go by are the pictures online. So that's the most challenging thing, and it's the most challenging thing for me too, because when I look at different boards, yeah, some of them look really nice, but then I'm thinking, are my pieces gonna look good on it? Or am I gonna get it and be disappointed? Generally, when it comes to boards, there's a lot of things to consider. So not only the price, but also the way that it looks, whether it's matte or gloss finish, the size of the squares, a lot has to be taken into consideration. So anyways, with that being said, I did end up finding a really nice board recently that I wanted to share with you guys today. As you already know, this particular board here, and I'm going to hopefully get this in focus, but this particular board here is the one that you guys have already seen before in the video of the Library Grandmaster chess set. These squares here are 1.75 inches. So this is not the biggest board out there, and it's not the heaviest board out there, but it's kind of compact, and if your pieces are small enough to fit on this board, then it creates a really nice combination. So this is the board that I've shown previously. On the other side here, we have the much bigger board. This is the board that I've also shown you guys. This board has been made in Spain. 2.5-inch square size here. This is the Elm Burl and Bird's Eye Maple Superior traditional chessboard with a veneer type of finish. It's really, really nice, but quite hard to carry. A lot of times when I do want to take a board like this to my friend's house, it's just really hard to carry, because the way that I carry a board like this is I carry a bag in one hand, and then I'll show you guys, I'm going to stand up, but I pretty much just hold this board just like this as I walk with it. But, I'm not the shortest guy out there, and this board like barely fits to the point where I got my fingers right around it, and it goes right into my armpit, and it really kind of digs into my armpit. So it's a pretty big board overall. It's a pretty large board, and I don't know what's the most ideal way to carry this board around. I think that when a board gets this big, they don't really intend for you to be transporting this board back and forth, especially considering that this board is, I think it's about 10 pounds or more. It's just a heavy board overall. It's a well-made board, but it's not necessarily the best board to transport around. And so that's why I found a different board. This is going to be kind of a in-between. This is actually not a very expensive board from the House of Staunton. This is going to be a folding board. So the nice thing about this board is that there's a seam right in the middle, and it just sort of folds right in half. It folds in half, And as you can see right over here, there's a felt that covers where that board is separating. On both sides, you have these little green felt knobs on both sides that allow the board to sit without sliding across a smooth surface. On the inside, the squares are going to be your maple and walnut squares. And you have the notation. You have the numbers and the letters, which is really nice, especially in a tournament setting. Now, some people out there have commented, they said, I don't really like it when a board has notation. And then some other people actually said that notation helps them, especially if they're doing some kind of studying or anything like that, that they're able to a lot easier, manipulate the pieces around when it does have notation. So I can agree with both. One thing that I did wanted to get is that I've had some people that said that the logo, the House of Staunton logo that they routinely put on the lower right corner over here, it's kind of a turnoff for some people because they think that it just sort of takes away from the overall look of the board. And this one does not have the logo. It just has the notation. And that's it. It's a 2.25 standard, 2.25 inch standard square with the overall thickness of this board being half an inch. It measures 22.5 inches across on both sides. So overall, a really, really nice board. It folds nicely and it's pretty compact overall, okay? Now, I have seen some videos of other boards that fold that are able to hide their seams inside of where the fold is. In this particular case, the seams are outside. You can see them on both sides right over here. And then when you are folding, when this board does stay on the surface on the table, there is a slight little bit seam. It doesn't hide completely. But this board is only $79. And for $79, this board is practical. And that's what the intention of this particular board is. It's a practical board. It's not a board that you're going to showcase very expensive chess pieces. It's a practical board that you fold and take to tournaments. And for $79, I feel like it's a really good option. This board sells for $59 on House of Staunton. This board sells for $20 more. This board, at this particular size, is I think around $400. So yeah, this board is substantially less expensive than this one, and it still provides you with a fairly large surface area that you can accommodate pretty much any type of tournament pieces. Alrighty, so with this board, I was able to get the option to purchase a bag. They did have a couple of options of fairly inexpensive, like $20 bags, but I went with the option of getting a slightly more expensive bag. This is a bag specifically designed to be able to hold a folding wooden board like this. So the board right here is a House of Staunton logo. You can get this particular bag without the logo if you didn't want to. It has a compartment here on the front. If you open up the compartment, you see that there's really, I was surprised because usually when you open up the front compartment, you see some like additional little pockets or anything like that. There is no pockets in the front compartment. There's just these, it almost feels like the pockets should have been there, but they haven't really been made. So, but I'm guessing this front compartment can be used for like putting notebooks or something like that, maybe additional things, pencils, possibly a small clock, but I'm just not sure. If you put a small clock, it's really going to be sticking outwards, and potentially you can get your clock damaged, especially if you're walking around carrying this. Now, the inside part here, this is the main compartment. We open the compartment up like this, and we see that the inside is fairly simple design. You have the two pouches here on both sides for the light and the dark color pieces. So on this side here, we see the name tag. We see the space for the pencils or pens. And right over here, this is the main part, is that you have the big pouch that is able to hold your chessboard. So if we go ahead and fold this chessboard and we just sort of place it into this pouch, then the chessboard sits nicely within this pouch. It doesn't hide completely inside of it, but it sits really nicely. Once again, I feel like it would have been nice if there was a couple of little like Velcro straps on top of it that would prevent the board from falling out. Kind of like they have in like backpacks where they have a compartment for your laptop and then you Velcro the top so the laptop doesn't come out. But it's still really nice that they do have this particular bag that you're able to just place this board like this and go with it. Now right over here on the bottom you do see two compartments on each side. The compartments are fairly big and they allow you to have pieces pretty much of any kind that would be able to fit on this board. Now that's the biggest question though, is that if you're gonna get a nice wooden board like this, the question would be for this particular setup, what kind of pieces would you guys choose to carry in these little pouches? As far as, you know, my opinion, I would probably stick with some kind of tournament plastic, maybe like heavy quad weighted plastic set, as opposed to getting a really nice like wooden set. It's just, that's my opinion. I feel like you would end up damaging the pieces. Even if it was a really inexpensive wooden set, I don't know if I would feel right putting it like in their own little baggies like this. Just because I feel like things would get scoffed up as you move this around all the time, and then you end up like having a bunch of scratches and everything on your pieces. But let me know in the comments below, like, what would you put, and if you have a bag like this, what kind of pieces do you have in them? Some people I'm sure have wooden pieces in here, and if you do, please let me know in the comments, like, have you noticed that the pieces are scratching against each other or anything like that? Just because, you know, this bag is intended for travel. And so, you know, what kind of pieces do you want to put in here? Then, you know, how likely are those pieces going to get damaged? So in the middle, you have like a double strap here. It's like a Velcro strap across. It's really nice and really heavy duty. And then same goes for like a vertical strap that goes here. And that's basically to be able to keep your clock here snug, so it's able to accommodate different types of clocks. In my other set, I had a pouch here that you could put your clock in, and that's nice too, especially if the pouch is nice and deep. Kind of similar to these pouches. If you just had one in the middle, you'd probably be okay, as long as it's able to accommodate a decent sized clock. Then, but in this case, I'm guessing there you could put a slightly bigger clock if you wanted to. Now right over here you have an additional little tiny strap that it does allow you to put an optional roll-up board if you wanted to. So that's kind of nice, even though you might want to carry both boards, or maybe you don't necessarily want to carry the wooden board around all the time, or you don't have one and you still like this bag. You could just still use the roll-up board part. However, because this bag is so big, I just don't necessarily think it would make sense for you to get this carry bag just to have a roll-up board. I feel like if you're going to get this particular bag and end up paying $50 for this bag, you're going to probably get it for the purpose of carrying these type of folded boards. That's about it. There's no more compartments as far as the bag. On the sides here of this board, you have a little pouch here, possibly for, I would probably say for like a, maybe a little 8-ounce drink, maybe. You could probably fit a 16-ounce drink if you wanted to. So it's stretchable, little meshwork here. On the other side, you have like a little, what looks like almost like a little tiny side bag for a taser or a pepper spray. In case you're at a tournament and your opponent's winning, you could always pepper spray them. I'm just joking. But yeah, so you have a little compartment on the side here that, you know, you could end up putting, like, looks like you could put something in there. I would be hard pressed to know exactly what it was meant for. On the top, you have a handle. The handle has kind of like a rubberized feel to it, as you would see in a lot of different like Swiss Army backpacks have this type of handle. It's really nice. It feels really good because as it bends, it kind of bends with the way that you're carrying it. So that's really nice. On the sides, we see some rubberized little additional reinforcements on the top. And same goes on the bottom. You'll see little tiny reinforcements on the bottom that probably would allow this to stand upright. Although the bottom is not like, you'll see in some backpacks, especially like some Swiss Army backpacks, the bottom will be firm. And so you can stand up a backpack like this. But in this particular case, I don't think you would be able to really stand this bag up. Let's take a look. No, I think it would fall over. So yeah, so this bag couldn't really stand on its own. And what you would do is you would probably either swing the straps across the chair or to maybe just put it down. So as far as the straps that we have this really long strap on the top that goes right through all the reinforcements that we see through the middle. And you can adjust the strap as far as you need to. So it's got a pretty sizable adjustment that allows you to carry this bag, this as kind of like a tote bag, or almost like right by your side. Or you could pull this up and so that it's a little bit more snug and further up where you would feel like it would be more comfortable. In addition to that, on either side you have these smaller fixated straps. So this would allow you to actually put maybe this over a chair, or this would allow you to even carry it like this. Actually, kind of strange why would they would have both this and this, but either way, I felt like there's a lot of thought that went into making this bag. You can get this bag with the logo, like I said before, or without the logo. And as far as weight-wise, the bag itself is not very heavy at all. When you put the chessboard in there, and when you put the chess pieces, depending on what pieces you're going to use, it's probably going to get a little bit heavy, but it's... Let me know, guys, what you think about the bag. Let me know what you think about the board. If you already have a folding board like this, by all means, leave a comment below. Let me know how you like it. I know I was saying that this House of Staunton didn't really have a lot of boards to choose from, and so I ended up buying the board, and then I checked again afterwards, and this board was sold out. Maybe I bought the only one. Who knows? Kind of weird that they're really limited supply. So if you guys see a board that you like, it might not be there tomorrow. I'm not trying to say that please go ahead and snatch a board, but if you're looking for a board and you found the one that you like, you might want to pick it up. It's up to you guys. So with that being said, hopefully you guys like this video. I'm always really excited to share new things like this with you, because I know there's a lot of people out there that do want to see close-up videos of these type of things, because I'm kind of like you guys. I go online and I look at the pictures and I'm thinking, it kind of looks good. It looks like they've taken some good pictures, but is this going to be, how does it look in real life? And so that's the reason why I do some of these videos, is that I want to basically get some of this content out there and at least be able to show it to you guys from different angles so that you can kind of get a better idea. Because a few pictures, in my opinion, getting a few pictures online is just, I don't know, it's not enough for me to be, especially if you're going to be putting a lot of money into something like that. You really want to be able to see something up close and say, yeah, okay, now that I've seen a little video of it, I feel like, this might be something that I want. Hopefully you guys like my content. If you like my videos, please hit that like button. If you want to see more chess content in the future, please go ahead and by all means subscribe to my channel. And be sure to stay tuned. I'll be doing some really cool videos coming up here probably this week, maybe by the end of this week. I'm hoping to upload a Fisher Spassky wooden chess set that I was able to purchase. That is really, really nice, and also be able to compare that Fisher Spassky chess set to another Fisher Spassky chess set, just to give you guys an idea that not all chess sets by the same name have the same exact form. So that's going to be really cool. So be sure to subscribe if you want to stay tuned for those particular videos. Anyways, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys later.